This week on Way of the Master.
This is a journey.
Within this culture of hip-hop, there's a general belief. It's not that everybody who's in this culture believes this, but the general theme of hip-hop is like uniting all religions and saying that, oh, hip-hop brings everybody together, and it's kind of a universalism message that all roads lead to God, and hip-hop kind of helps bring that about. You know, if you talk about exclusivity of one way, like Jesus being the only way to God, that's going to be really offensive, and that's going to cause disunity. And so it's this spineless message that, hey, hip-hop unites everybody, and you know, it's being preached to the b-boys, and a lot of them are believing this, and these are the guys we're trying to share Christ with and tell them, no, that there's only one way to God, and that's through Jesus Christ, that He is the way, the truth, and the life, and nobody can go to the Father in heaven except through Christ. Many people wonder, how do you get into public schools and preach Jesus Christ?
This is much more important than algebra and algorithms. This has to do with your soul.
It's amazing how the Lord has opened the door for us to get into these public schools here in Southern California. It's such a liberal area.
Guys, the Bible says humanity has a problem. And it's not necessarily the wars going on in other countries and ISIS and all these horrible things. Ultimately, the problem, even from those things, is sin.
We partner with other Christian clubs on local public school campuses. The students run the club. They invite all the students to come out. They give out free pizza, free drinks. There's going to be a break dancer. There's going to be a guy talking about God. So they'll come and they'll watch us break dance, and then we'll preach clearly Jesus Christ crucified.
I'm here to tell you the good news. We've broken God's laws, right? We deserve punishment. But Jesus Christ paid for our fine when He died on the cross. You see, we should have been punished. But Jesus took the wrath of God that we deserve for our sins on Himself.
We can share the Lord with these students. A lot of them are so lost, maybe never been to church. We go to practice spots on a regular basis, secular practices. These are like local fishing holes where I go fishing for men and women who break dance. I also host a practice at my church where I open it up, obviously, to all people to come. I have been influenced by Living Waters Ministry. My roommate in college gave me Hell's Best Kept Secret. And up until that point, you know, I'd been a believer for a while, and I love to evangelize, love to share the gospel. But man, Way of the Master totally revolutionized the way that I share Christ. Typically when I shared the gospel up until that point, I would tell them that Jesus is the living water, He's the bread of life, but I didn't really realize the full weight of using God's law, the 10 Commandments. And when I heard Hell's Best Kept Secret, it was such an effective, simple, biblical, powerful way to show that, hey, we've all sinned against God, and this is how we know we've sinned against God, that we've broken His commandments, that we have lied and we have stolen and we have lusted, and we can go through the commandments, and that we realize that we have broken God's laws. And I feel like up until that point, I would share the good news, but the law really emphasizes how we're all sinners, that nobody is a good person or good enough to go to heaven by their own works or merit or achievements, but that Jesus Christ paid for our fine. It is truly good news.
TV and streaming listings available at wayofthemaster.com.